be home in a couple of days.
Good morning, everyone. So, Rick and I are about to head out on a road trip, which is super exciting. So we have tickets to CMC Rocks. I think it's called CMC Rocks, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just keep calling it CMC because, you know, we're Australians and we like to abbreviate everything. But essentially we're driving to Queensland to the Country Music Festival. So Rick and I live in Gippsland, which is about an hour and a half from Melbourne. How many kilometres are we going to be driving in total?
Round trip 3,800.
So I don't know what that is in miles, but it's a lot. Either way, we're driving to Queensland. Our first stop for today is the Ettamogah Pub, which is right on the border of Victoria and New South Wales. So we've got about 4 hours of driving ahead of us pending peak hour traffic to get to the Ettamogah Pub. And
I forgot that it was a work day.
Yeah, we're going to have to deal with peak hour traffic. I'm hoping because we're leaving home at 8:30 that most of the peak hour traffic is gone and we'll kind of just like sidle in on underneath it or behind it. But either way, it is a work day. We're going to have to deal with the Monash Freeway, but that's okay. It'll be worth it once we get past the city. So we'll check back in with you guys probably when we stop. But yeah, the Ettamogah Pub. I don't really know much about it, but I know it's the pub with the car on the roof.
Yeah, so I last went there when I was a little kid. I was really young the last time I went there, so it'd be good to just get another look at it. I know it's a double-storey pub. So. Yeah,
double-storey pub. It's got a car on the roof. It's like one of those quintessential Aussie icons that like everyone knows about. No one kind of knows why, but everyone just knows that it's there. So we might stop there for lunch depending on how we go for time, but that's our first official stop for today. Yeah. Hopefully we've overlaid the map somewhere so you guys can get a bit of a rough idea on the total journey of where we're going. So
don't make this more editing for me.
He has to do all the editing. Explosions, explosions, explosions.
You're not getting explosions.
Alright, we'll check back in with you guys at our first stop. So we've just made it to our first like official stop on the road trip. We've stopped at the Ettamogah Pub, which is in Tabletop.
Yeah.
Basically Albury, like it's 12 minutes out of Albury essentially. It's a historical pub in the sense that, so I googled it because I didn't know much about it, and there's a cartoonist who used to write cartoons for the Australasian Post magazine catalogue. I don't know, and a big feature was the Ettamogah Pub, and then they've built a couple of them. This is the original one, so I think there's like 3 or 4 in Australia, but this is the original pub. So we thought, it's an Australian icon, we're doing an Australian road trip, we have to stop here, right?
Right.
Plus Rick was here when he was what?
5, maybe 6 years old, roughly.
So more than 20 years ago. So we kind of thought, why not come back and have a look? So we'll spin you around so you can have a look at it. But it's pretty cool. It's really funky. And there's originals of the cartoons all up on the wall. So we'll probably insert a little clip of that as well. But there is like, we were walking up the top pergola, and then there's like a bar upstairs and a bar downstairs, and we're just having a look at all the like cartoons and
all the history.
Yeah, there's like historic number plates, business cards, all that kind of thing. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Is that all you're contributing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is cool. It's nice to see a bit of history that you haven't seen in a very long time. And I was saying to Tegan earlier, you know, I've retained this in my memory for 20 odd years, and I sometimes forget her birthday.
We've been together for 15 years.
It says a lot. Maybe it's because there's a car on the roof. Maybe
that's why. It's cool though, so if you're up this way, definitely pop in and check it out. There is no signage on the road, that's the only problem. They got knocked back because it's not technically a tourist destination, because it's a pub. So jump on TripAdvisor, come have a look. It's a really cool little piece of Australian history to check out. And of course, as I hit record, that's when we hit a giant bump. So we've just left the Ettamogah Pub, and we are now heading to Gundagai. So it's another kind of historical Aussie location. We're going to go see the dog with the tucker box. So I again had to Google this, but essentially there's a song called On the Road to Gundagai, and the dog is mentioned in the song, and now there's like a statue of it. So I'm sure there's a lot more to do with it, but I just had a really, really quick Google. But yeah, so we're on our way to go see the dog and the tucker box now. Anything to add, Ricardo?
Yeah.
That's quality vlog content there. Quality. So yeah, we are in New South Wales. We're about halfway. Oh, we're probably more than halfway now, aren't we? To Orange. Yeah. So we're more than halfway now, which is exciting. So Gundagai.
470 kilometres down.
We've driven 470 kilometres. So Gundagai, and then we are going to Mount Panorama.
Yes. Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. Well, we're going there, but hopefully we can drive it.
Hopefully we can beat the sun.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But that's our afternoon update. So it is currently 3:30. Might as well, 3:27, 3:30, same. And we left the house at what, 8:30 this morning?
By the time we went back to get my belt that I forgot.
Yeah, so
at 9.
We said to each other last night, what are we going to forget? One of us is going to forget something. If not, both of us are going to forget something. We pull out of the street, go down the road, pull into the petrol station. Rick's filling up the car with diesel. He opens the door, he's like, worked out what I forgot. He left his bloody belt at home, so we had to go all the way back home to get the belt, which thankfully wasn't too far.
Yeah, but at least the thing that I forgot was 3 minutes from home. Unlike you, 2 hours away.
It wasn't 2 hours. It was not even an hour. We were in Dandenong, and I was like, oh, I forgot my hair straightener. 2 hours. We were in Dandenong.
Peak hour traffic, mate. It may as well have been 2
Drama.
hours.
Mr. Exaggerate over here. Alright, that's our afternoon update. We'll check back in with you guys when we get to Gundagai. Are you filming?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You need to tell me. So we've made it to Gundagai, and we've obviously stopped at the Dog on a Tucker Box, just another historical Aussie site that you kind of, like, if you're doing the road trip up here, you might as well stop because it's worth it. So it's just a good chance to kind of stretch your legs, get out of the car, walk around. There is a souvenir shop and like a food shop, but it's closed already. So from here we are driving to Bathurst. We're going to try and get to Mount Panorama before the sun goes down. There's a race on this weekend there, so we're not sure if the whole track is going to be open or closed, but we're going to go and at least, again, it's Aussie history. Like, you can't go anywhere in New South Wales and not go to Bathurst and go to Mount Panorama. And then we're spending the night in Orange tonight. So Bathurst, Mount Panorama, and then Orange to set up the tent in darkness. That's the plan for the rest of the afternoon. Done.
What are you wishing for?
I'm not wishing. Should I wish for something?
Well, isn't it a wishing well?
Well, I don't know. It's to, all proceeds go to the, what did I say, the Gundagai hospital?
I don't know. It reminds me of the Trevi Fountain. I feel like you should be wishing for something.
If it was the Trevi Fountain, I'd have to be like, ha, over my left shoulder.
Okay.
But if I say my wish, then the wish doesn't come true. So I can't say the wish because then it jinxes it. So maybe I did wish something and I just don't want to tell you what I wished.
It's too confusing.
Anyway. No, you're moving away from me. Okay. So, Ricardo would...
So I don't look so creepy.
Oh, that's probably worse though. So, Ricardo being Ricardo, we couldn't come to Bathurst and not do Mount Panorama. We have the giant light stick, so there's that. But anyway, so we've just driven Mount Panorama. So I did a lap and then Rick did a lap. It looks so different on the TV screen.
Yeah.
And games and stuff to what it actually is. So that was really, really cool. Someone's driving past now, see?
It's a dude. Oh, shit.
I don't think we can say the see you next Tuesday word on YouTube. But anyway.
Who's the editor?
So we both did a lap. Rick's just taken some photos. I feel like that light's way too harsh. And now we're going to head to Orange for our camp night for the night. It's
better?
Yeah, it's way too late. It's like 9 o'clock. We were meant to be at our campsite at 7 o'clock. We haven't eaten dinner.
It'll basically be Macca's at this point.
Basically, all good plans, but it didn't quite come to fruition. So, yeah. But we drove Mount Panorama, which is really cool.
It's super cool.
Really cool experience.
I just want someone to do a skid.
No one's going to do a skid.
Yeah, I know.
There's way too many people up here.
Yeah, I know.
But it would be pretty cool to see. So, another historic tourist spot ticked off, and it's only day one.
I'm taking him on the straight.
What?
Do a skid. Hopefully it's at Sylvia and he just doses as it comes past.
Well, hopefully they see that people have a camera and they
Yeah.
want to like show off a little bit.
Fucking
They're just coming up the hill now.
just fucking send it. Nah, it's a shitbox. Nah, that's not a selfie, cunt. Nah, shitboxes. Shitboxes. Fucking Bathurst, you let me down. Shitboxes.
Okay, that's all we had to say. Is that?
You turned it. Stop turning it.
Good morning, everyone. It is day 2 of the road trip. We have just packed up at the, what's the name of the caravan park? Carabalus? Carabalus? I don't know.
Carabalus.
Anyway, it's in Orange. I'm not sure the lighting's any good for this, but that's fine. So we've just packed up and we have gone to the Orange Tenpin bowling centre. For those who don't know, Rick is an avid 10-pin bowler. He bowls a couple of times a week in a couple of leagues. So one of his favourite bowlers, Jason Belmonte, this is his home, like his parents own it. So this is where he bowls all the time. So we thought that whilst we were on the road and we're heading up this way, we literally detoured specifically to Orange to come bowl here for today. So Rick's just had a couple of games. He didn't love it. He's a little bit of a sad panda, which is why you've got my face and his shoulder, because he didn't want to come on camera. He's had a couple of off weeks in bowling, so that's okay. We now have a really long drive ahead of us. We are driving to Tamworth to go check out the Giant Guitar. It's kind of the home of country music for Australia, so it's a 5-hour drive. So we're going to stop, grab some breakfast and head to Tamworth. Would you like to offer anything?
No.
No?
No.
He's a sad panda. But that's okay. I've got 5 hours to cheer him up.
Hello.
You're filming.
I'm
I'm
already
taking a photo.
Seemed like a minute for you was nearly 4.5 hours for us.
So much driving.
But we are currently in Tamworth. That is the big gold guitar. That is the voice talking, telling us all about it.
Yeah.
We're here just to get something to eat, just mainly to see the guitar behind us, and then gonna head off. Hopefully this person sends it. Send it. Not sending it.
No one's gonna send it. It's from you.
After this, we're going up to Warwick. So the festival starts tomorrow. So we're going to Warwick. It's about another 5 hours from now. We're just going to grab a bite to eat because we haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, you know
And
how
we're
I
hungry.
said when we were at Orange Tenpin, we're going to stop and get breakfast? We didn't. And it's now like what?
Late.
Late.
It's going to be another night setting up in the dark.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's okay.
That's not okay.
No, it's fine.
No, I hate it.
We've got the Roby light. We've got our phones. We've got the headlights on the car. We've got this. We'll be fine. It's about, what, 35 degrees at the moment?
It's hot.
It's hot. It's really warm. So it's about 35. We've literally been driving all day, and because there's no direct route from Orange to Tamworth, so you're literally driving through the middle of nowhere. It's not like we've even been on a highway. It's been like back road after back road after back road. So that's been interesting, but we've made it. Now we're gonna
here.
get food.
Yeah, because we're hungry.
So hungry. So it is 8 p.m. We've just arrived in Tenterfield, which is about 45 kilometres to where we're staying tonight. So we decided that rather than driving straight into Ipswich, because basically everything's going to be full, that we would camp out a little bit further down. So we're going to cross over into Queensland. We're still in New South Wales at this point. And we're going to stop in at a place, I think it's called Leslie Lake or Lake Leslie. I don't know. It's a little bit east of Warwick. So Warwick is like the last, like the main town before Ipswich. And that's where we were going to stay. And then Rick found the place at Lake Leslie and that looked really cute. So we thought, why not? So we're just filling up again. This is our second fill up for today. I'm so tired. I've been driving since about 2:30. It's 8 o'clock. I'm exhausted. The good thing is, though, is that obviously Queensland don't do daylight savings, which means that whilst I'm complaining about the fact that it's 8 o'clock, in about 15 minutes when we cross the border, it'll be 7 o'clock again. So that's exciting. I'll get an hour of my life back. We're going to keep driving, get to camp. I really want a cheese toastie, so I'm hoping that this servo sells bread and cheese, and we're going to buy that and make cheese toasties for dinner, set up camp, and then bedtime before hitting the road again tomorrow. At least tomorrow is a much, much shorter day, which is exciting. So, yeah.
Yeah, 8:46. We are nearly there. We're so close. The fuck? Queensland is behind an hour.
I already told them in the update though.
What the fuck? Camera, if you think that is focused, you've got problems. So it is currently 9:23. We are in Warwick, in Queensland. You may notice that behind us is not a, or behind me rather, is not a tent. It is too late. We've been on the road. Technically, if you don't include the hour that we lost, we've been on the road for 12 hours today. We can't be asked. It was $35 for a powered camping spot or $100 for a cabin. Classic Tegan and Ricky are just going to throw money at our problems. We can't be asked, so here we are in a cabin.
We're tired.
So Tegan is going to be making some food. We're going to have a quick bite to eat. Get ready to do the 2-hour drive to Ipswich in the morning. Ipswich, whatevs. So that we can head to CMC. We've done roughly 2,000 Ks, I think, so far. I'm keeping a log of all of the Ks and everything that we are doing, as well as the amount of fuel that we're using, so I can kind of compare at the end of the trip in terms of how good the Ranger has been on fuel. So far it seems to be doing okay. I think we're averaging around 9 litres per 100. We're fully loaded. We've got 2 tents, gazebo, 3 bowling balls, esky, barbecue, a shit ton of clothes, a shit ton of everything really. The tray's fully loaded completely. I kind of want to try and find a weigh bridge just to weigh it and see like how much I'm actually carrying around, but we'll get to that. So this is the end of day 2 so far. Tomorrow we're lining up at Ipswich. Hopefully in the morning sometime. The gates open at 9. I don't think we're going to be there for 9, but we're just going to try and get there maybe like 10ish and set up camp for the next couple of days. But we've got to do shopping in the morning, get esky, you know the drill. Get esky, get ice for the esky. I hope that we've kept you entertained so far. It's going to start getting better now. That's a lot of hype to put on myself, really, isn't it?
No pressure.
Yeah, no, I better make it better. yeah, we'll see you in the morning.
What a fucking mess.